Good morning. Daily Dose and Drag and Drive number 35. Y'all, I can't believe we're doing this. It's awesome. Josh is backstage right now. We're going to have some fun. He's going to be tired of me by the end of the week. I can tell you right now. He's either going to be really tired of me or he's going to think I'm wild, which is exciting. But I want to give you some updates and then we're just going to get right into him. Guys, I ran through the Instagram followers and Facebook followers. I got a notification that 2 days ago we crossed 1,000 followers on Facebook, which is pretty neat. I looked this morning, 1,322 Facebook followers. So we're really growing. It's starting this, the climb up. So I appreciate everybody that follows us on Facebook. 1,115 on Instagram, which is cool, and more than 1,350 subs on YouTube. Now, I say all that because those are the main ones, guys. The TikTok account is coming today. I'm going to literally overload TikTok with videos from race week, videos from sick week, videos that I've taken at the King of the Open Road at our own event. I've got to get some of this stuff off of my phone because I've been holding it for that long to start a TikTok account for you guys. So I'm going to do that. All the cool stuff is going to end up there. All the cool stuff is going to end up on YouTube as shorts and all that kind of stuff. Google Podcasts was submitted yesterday, so we should have that by Wednesday or Thursday for the dragonDrive.com podcast. iTunes podcast was submitted yesterday as well, so we should have that this week. Y'all, we're going to be everywhere. I hope you're ready. I want to say thank you to all the early folks that are here right now. You are the reason this keeps growing. The shares, the likes, the comments on the post, you are the reason this works. I cannot wait for what is going to happen during Midwest Drags. So last bit, and then we'll jump in with Josh. Guys, I saw a video yesterday for old Cleetus McFarland is bringing mullet to Midwest Drags. You guys know that. It has a new SMX setup in it. Steve Morris Engines SMX. Brand new 94 millimeter twin turbo. Guys, is this going to be the first event for Cleetus to have a 6-second average? And you know what a 6-second average would do for him? That would put him in the top 5 of the fastest 100 list. Guys, he's already on the list of the top 100. What would it be like for him to be in the top 5? Not only is he a YouTube celebrity, now he is a solidified Drag and Drive contender with guys like Stefan Gustafson in the Corvette. You got, Tom Bailey's averaged in the 6s. Jeff Lutz currently holds the record in the 6s at 619. Can these guys, can Cleetus be in that and, take it from there? Anyways, okay, let's get into Josh because this is cool. We have him obviously here because we're talking Midwest Drags. We're doing this in a week. We were laughing backstage because we'll be teching right now, dude.
Yeah, teching right now. Actually be 8:48 that time. Yeah, we'll be teching. They're in Eastern time, I believe, out there in Cincinnati.
Yeah, I'm pumped. It's gonna be a ton of new cars I've never seen. It's gonna be a ton of new people for me to meet, all that kind of stuff. Somebody's saying it's not a SMX. It's just a Steve Morris Engines big block. Sorry, I thought
so conventional big block, then kind of like what's at the Bailey ran in 1.0. Yeah.
Yep, gotcha. Hey, thank you very much for all the people that are correcting that. I'll make the note change on that, dude. Why don't you tell us who you are, how you ended up being the announcer for Midwest Drags?
It kind of worked like this. So, name's Josh Castle. Me and my brother Jordan Castle, the Moxstang boys. You might recognize that back in like 2012 through about 2017. We did a lot of NMCA, LS Fest stuff. Hell, we were going, mid 8s back in 2012 with the stock bottom end. And,
nice.
We were, early 20s, a lot of motivation. No kids. That's a big thing. Working night shift, and we eat, sleep, breathe. This drag and drive stuff. You can kind of see. I'm in my shop right now, but guys, we're out here. Where you at? Can you see that red car right there?
Yep.
That's Little Red right there. So that's kind of how we got it started, and And how this announcing thing came about. How the announcing thing came about was we were at a race, a local track, and car broke down. Couldn't get it fixed. We were done for the day. And there was a guy. I'm like, man, this guy sucks. He's not talking about anything. He's doing the, hey, such and such from such and such. I was like, man, I talked to the owner of the track at the time, Kevin Basil. And I was like, dude, let me get up there. And Jason Lancaster also had something to do with Chandler Motorsports Park. I was like, let me get up there and get on the mic. And got up there, and I had a good time. They loved it. And then got involved. Some of the small tire guys, they got a hold of their promoters in Kentucky. I think it was Charlie Bennett, and he does some small tire stuff for the Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio area. Stuff, and did a couple races there, and then the boys up there in Team 260, Nick Hodson, Nicky Bobby. They had a no prep race and at Wagler Motorsports Park, and I was able to do that for him. And somehow just Hyde showed up. I guess he just showed up, and I remember he goes, I've never heard an announcer talking about a stacker and a toter home coming in. $300,000 setup rig pulling in, and he's like, hey, you want to come announce for us at Midwest Drags? I thought it was kind of a joke. I didn't know.
Yeah.
This was back in, I believe, 2018 or 2018, and I was kind of on the fence. Is this thing really going to come about? Because just had, hey, we're going to be going here, we're going to be going north, we're going to be going there. I was like, let's fill this out. Lo and behold, June comes rolling around. He's like, hey, I got your hotel room, man. Show up this date. Show up there at Wagner. I'm like, all right. Hey,
that's awesome.
It's been a fun little ride. Unfortunately, 2020 didn't happen because of the COVID. And
COVID.
Yeah, we see how COVID's doing us now. So, I don't want to get political or anything, but
let's leave that out.
Yeah, let's leave that out. Let's have fun.
The only politics we talk here is Ford versus Chevy.
Yeah, Ford versus Chevy. It's kind of hard with all these LS motors and everything they got around here.
Yeah, it's hard for the Ford guys with all these LS motors around here.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta show you one thing real quick. If you have time.
Yeah, we got time.
Let me show you this. Let me show you this picture right here. So let's see. All right. I want you to look on the hood right there. Can you see the 5 with the crossed out, the X on the O?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That got the 4 guys burning at LS Fest right there. that thing was 5-3 swap.
That's awesome. Yeah, I guarantee you that lit them up.
Yeah, it was a good time, man. But yeah,
dude, that's cool. So 2 years of Midwest Drags. What are you most excited about? Like, are you excited to see somebody that you haven't seen in a year? Is there a race car?
Oh yeah. There's let's just start with Street Machine. William Spangler, Joe Fritz. In the FUB. Those guys. I'm telling you, they switched to fuel injection, I guess, for sick week. I believe they ran in sick week. They won that, didn't they?
Yep. Yep.
So, during Midwest Drags, man, those guys were animated every day. They had a good time. They told me hi every single day. We really enjoyed talking to them. They had that car so dialed down, and they would know if they needed a tenth, they needed 1,000 of a second, like they would literally pull the hood off, or they would cover the car. But I mean, it was crazy. They knew exactly what to take off that car to get that 10.00, and it was wild. William, he works for American Race Cars, which is he's building high dollar bracket rails, dragsters for a living. So when you put a guy like that has a background in bracket racing, and then he loves to have fun on the street in a Street Machine his car. It's dangerous. He is the top contender. He is, the guy that, everybody's trying to beat. I don't know if Randall Reed from Texas is going to be there or not in the Street Machine small block power adder. Street race small block power adder class. That's what it's the street race, the 850 class. That's another class that is ultra competitive, and these guys are battling back and forth. And I can, remember last year, Randall just sitting there watching, waiting to see if he needed to make another hit at every track to, to stay up top. It's very entertaining. We got
Yeah.
some new guys this year that are
Yeah.
coming. Uh, Ryan Hargett, Brent Sinclair. They're out of Evansville, which Evansville is like, that's like 15 minutes from the shop, my house right now.
Oh, dang.
So those guys there, Hargett, he ran against Cleeter up there, and Cleetus and cars in Indianapolis a couple weeks ago. Unfortunately, he made it to the final. Unfortunately, he couldn't beat Cleetus. I really think that those guys there will get that car together, and
Yeah.
you're going to see some big numbers out of that Mustang. That's a 2,000 horsepower car. I mean,
Yeah.
it's proven. I think people are going to be surprised to really see that car on the live stream. Another car. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say he said in a video, he's like, man, this car's got low 730s in it easy.
I would say he's being rather conservative right there. that car, it was built for one thing, and that car was built to go sixes. So
that's wild, man.
Yeah. So he's being conservative on the 730s. He knows what that car has in it, and he knows what it can do.
And what's cool about that car? Sorry, just real quick. What's cool about that car is, like, if it was sitting there with a set of stock wheels on it and no chute, you would think it was just a GT. Like, it's not over the top or anything. I love this hot rod stuff right now.
Yeah. I would say Friday. I would say if that car's still living, and he does good, he's probably going to shoot for it. If Edgewater holds, can hold it.
Yeah.
Another guy that I'm looking forward to, I actually talked to over the weekend. That is Jeremy Howe of Fat House Fabrications. Did you see the video? The 9,000 RPM Coyote turbocharged in the dyno. He's in the limited stick shift category. That car, it's brand new. You're going to bring. There's going to be tons of guys that are going to be bringing brand new cars to this that haven't tested. He said he had to get the car completely wired and button up a lot of stuff. I don't know if it's a brand new chassis also. So it's a brand new car. You put a brand new motor in it. Okay. It's a proven chassis, and you have to make subtle adjustments. You're bringing out a brand new car that you haven't even made a hit down the track. There's all sorts of things that could pop up, and that's going to be interesting, especially in a car that making over 1,000 horse, 1,200 horse, a stick shift car. A stick shift car, and the finest tuned stick shift cars are awesome to watch go down the track. They're very. Right. I love calling stick shift cars. You don't know if they're going to left, right. These guys. Some of these guys are nuts. They stay in it, and I'm just like, hey, have at it, man.
Right. But, looks like Midwest Drags here saying Brian Wagner.
Brian Wagner. He got the big. He switched. He put a blower on that. Hey, hold on a minute. Wait a minute. Look what shirt I'm wearing right now.
That's awesome.
Brian Wagner shirt right now. Yeah, that's awesome that they say that. Yeah, looking forward to seeing him. Him and I think his wife's name's Trisha. I think. Yeah. She's awesome. He's awesome. They're fun to talk to. I'm sure a lot of these guys, if you're watching this live stream, will have shirts on the property. Mm-hmm. Make sure you go out and support these guys. They're putting a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of money.
Hey, here is the tip right here for everybody. For the Survive a Drag and Drive tip that I'm trying to do every day, you reminded me. Yeah. Pack 2 shirts when you come, and just buy a new shirt every day. Like, from one of the racers, just go get, like, oh, I don't have anything to wear tomorrow. Go get that shirt so you can support these guys. Help them buy that dinner,
Yeah, buy from us too. We're gonna have merch.
Oh yeah.
Property, buy from. There's gonna be all kinds of stuff to buy. So we're gonna have Drag and Drive shirts here too.
Oh yeah.
Gotcha. Yep. Awesome. I haven't talked to Hyde or not if he's gonna have Midwest. Like last time we had like some clearance shirts left over. I don't know if they're available or not. But that was freaking awesome, man.
Hey, he's. I guarantee you, we're gonna have Midwest Drag shirts. It's gonna be brutal. I hope everybody is ready for what's coming. There's so much stuff that's happening behind the scenes. These guys, you all aren't ready. You're not ready. It's going to be so much fun.
No, it's always a good time. I mean, what you got? You got any more questions? I'm ready to fire away at this thing,
Yeah,
man.
dude. So, the one thing that is always interesting to me is, guys that call races and stuff like that. Are they car guys? So like obviously with the red car, you
Yeah.
you are a car guy. I mean, you build
Yeah.
stuff, things like that. So, do you have a current project car?
You want to see it?
Yeah, duh.
Yeah. All right, man. We're actually in the Mustang Boys shop right now, and
Nice.
I don't know if you could see behind me, but
Oh yeah, that's
see
awesome.
those are twin 88 GTR twin 88s on. I mean, we got some cool stuff here. I mean, I don't want to go too much, but I believe we're going to be putting everything in our new chassis here. So I mean, it's all about motivation. It's my wife's '03 Cobra back there. Yeah, so I'm definitely a car guy. I think if we can, it's all about the time and the kids. The kids are starting sports and everything, and
Yep.
my family's a real big sport family, and it's if we can get the motivation back, I'd like to. I'd at least my little brother, but he's on the camera now for Hyde, and he loves doing that.
Nice.
He'd like to run the Super Street Power Outer class. I would,
Yep.
right there with the Hargett and Cleetus, and you know,
Yeah.
we have the parts capable of running low sevens, maybe high six, but once you start
Yeah.
getting down there, I mean, it's once you start going underneath, 8 O's, it's a whole
Yeah.
nother ball game as far as maintenance and everything. I
Well,
mean,
yeah. So, about that, like these guys dude, there's no way you could announce and run a race team. There's no way.
no,
There's
no,
no way. So,
no,
like those guys running that speed, like you're changing over stuff. I mean, there's a complete street wiring harness. There's a complete, I mean, like the level of car from 850 to 750 is
yeah,
insane.
yeah.
Insane.
Especially with all the methanol stuff going on now.
Oh
So,
yeah. Yep.
and a lot I know a couple guys that were ahead of their time, as far as trying to do a methanol setup on the street, and it's pretty wild now that see how many people are actually
Yeah.
doing it, and I think it's just interesting. And the
Well,
amount of the time these guys put in these cars
yeah.
is unbelievable. I mean, you got your I'm not just talking about working all day Saturday on a car and being,
Yeah.
hey, we're ready to go next weekend. I mean,
Yeah.
you got to hit this thing 4 or 5
And
times a week.
yeah,
Not
every
for an
day.
hour a day. And not
Yeah,
for an
yeah.
hour a day either. You got to have a wife, and you got to have, family that's willing to, all these guys have family that will support this, hobby that they
Yeah.
love. This
Well,
is
it's funny. My wife was saying last night. She's like, so because I was writing articles, I was doing research. I'm like trying to do all this stuff. She's like, it's like you're gone the week before you're gone.
yeah.
So like, I'm trying to like today knock this out early, get some yard work done, and then we're just gonna lay around. We're gonna have fun and enjoy it.
And the work that you're doing, Mike, it's incredible. These guys, you might not see the numbers right now that what you're saying, but these guys appreciate you so much. They absolutely love your articles about them. That gives these guys a motivation to do what they do, and it really does help. I'm telling you, man, it'll get people
Well,
motivated, put a fire in them.
and I'll soapbox for a second. Here's the coolest part of what I'm doing: the history. Like
Yeah.
people get articles written about them all the time.
Uh-huh.
There's stuff on Facebook and things like that. But like you'll be able to use our data to go back, like to see what somebody ran. I mean, like in '07 and '08, and like see the progression of that car. Like the post that posted yesterday. It's the same car for 4 events, but you can see how it went from like
Oh yeah.
1020s to I mean it's going to be a lot of our 1090s to 10 O's. That's their goal
Yeah.
this time.
Yeah, or guys, back running, street machine or something, and next thing he's
Yeah.
running that super street power out of class. It's like you're running 1030s now. You're running high sevens right now. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a progression, and you know what I like to call that? It's a snowball effect.
Yeah, they attended an event. They ran mid tens. They were like, okay, that's kind of fast. They went home. They grabbed that Summit catalog. They ordered a bunch of stuff, and the next year they went 850s.
But yeah, dude, I love it, man.
Yep,
Absolutely
that's
love
awesome.
it.
Well, the
Yeah.
last question I want to ask, because we're over 20 minutes here, which with me and you talking back and forth in the booth sometimes during the week, this is going to happen.
Yeah.
We're gonna run long. We're gonna have fun. What's an announcer's week look like compared to a racer?
Um, you know, obviously I'm not stressing like a racer would be. But a lot of guys can say you're going to see me everywhere, on the road, whatnot. Uh, Usually, man, I don't know if I'm going to do it again this year or not. But I can recall times where me and my little brother were out there with the guys in the parking lot till 2, 3 in the morning, and but I'm getting stories. I'm having a good
Yeah, yeah,
time.
yeah.
A lot of these guys, I've raced with before. Back in MCA days, LS Fest days, and we're just out having a good time. And a lot of times we're working on cars.
Yeah.
Trying to get it going. There's a cat last year that showed up to Norwalk. Brought his it was a rat rod. His name was Troy. I don't remember his last name. I kind of know it, but I don't want to
Yep.
screw it up too much. I can kind of guess at it, but Troy showed up to Norwalk last year, truck not running on a trailer, him and his mom, I believe, which was awesome.
Yeah.
And I think before the end of the week, we had that truck running. James Roulette had it running, which was really cool. And dude, they
Yeah.
worked on that thing till 2, 3 in the morning every freaking day, and
That's
just
cool.
trailed it track to track till we had it running.
That's
So
great. Yeah, that
yeah.
rat rod truck is super cool. He was at Sick Week. I don't know if he made a
Yeah,
pass at
you did
Sick
see
Week.
it. You
Yeah,
did
yeah,
see it. Yeah, that is
yep.
the one that he showed up, man. So
That's awesome.
I'll get out. Then we'll wake up about 6:30 or so, and eat a little breakfast, and I'll go over to the track, try to walk around, find the guys, real quick. Then we'll go up tower and start working, and pretty much not leave the tower very much. But it, it's 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 not as stressful as a racer week, but I have fun. I love it.
Yeah, yeah, and then you'll be in the booth all day, and then I'll be in the pits, and
Yeah,
hopefully you'll be able to cut to me, sometimes, and we can talk back and forth and have some fun.
absolutely, absolutely. It's gonna
Yeah,
be awesome for me in the pits,
yeah,
though.
dude.
Those
Yeah,
guys are
man.
gonna love it.
No, it's going to be real dumb. I'm telling you, for the folks that are still watching, we're going to have a blast. I hope you're ready for the party oh, dude, the party. Friday morning, 10 Soldiers race cars. I'm telling you guys, grab your coffee, grab your breakfast, go to 10 Soldiers on Friday morning and just hang out. The track doesn't even open till like 2 o'clock, so you can't even get in. So go spend some time hanging out with those folks. I've been emailing back and forth with them, and it sounds like that's going to be a really neat shop to hang out at.
Yep, those
So
guys are awesome. Do top
yeah,
notch work.
yeah, yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, well, I'm going to put you in the backstage. Stay with me for just a second. We're only going to talk for 5 minutes once I get done with this, but
All right, no problem, man. No problem. Hey, I like to talk.
yeah, hey, dude, we're gonna have a lot of fun. It's gonna be interesting to see how my voice, by about day 3, is going to handle.
That's
I'll, I'll I'll be taking some tips from you. We'll be doing voice exercises in the morning to get ready.
all right.
All right, thanks, dude. I really appreciate you coming on. All right, y'all. Thanks to Josh. I appreciate that. I've got to talk to him about some stuff so I can get ready, so I can make sure I am as ready as possible for you guys. It's going to be fun. Next Monday, obviously, we are going to be live, Gear Vendors live stream, Summit Racing House of Hustle YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed, go do that right now. Literally stop the video. Go do that. I'm ending it anyways. I'll see you next week. If you haven't subscribed here, what are you waiting on? Get on it.